We had promised whaling. It is time to whale because Trigger is out. Jason's actually up here in Flagstaff, as is Doug with me, and Jason and I are both pulling, but he's going first, so let him extol the virtues of Trigger, and I'll just kind of chime in later.
Okay, so she's great. That's it. That's all you need to know. Scientifically accurate. Well, I mean, okay. I think you could even check the tapes, as it were. If you went back to, I think, our first pull video for, like, Zhu Yan, I think I even said that, like, oh, I like her, but, like, there's some other characters I'm waiting for. Some of them are, like, leaks. I can't, I don't know how much I can say. It was Trigger. There was concept art for Trigger. I was excited for her. I thought she had a cool design, and, like, she's here now. Look, she's right. Doing stuff. There she is. She's right there. I mean, she's great mechanically. She's sort of this weird stun support almost, especially when you have her engine here, because it lowers defense, which the only other character that has a similar ability is Nicole, our who's great as a support because of that. Of course, if you're thinking, well, yeah, it's because you have the engine. Well, I'll be getting the engine, so that's happening. And then, yeah, other than that, she's great because she applies stun from effectively off field. And unlike Pulchra, who also does that, Pulchra has this kind of mechanic where she just generates like 5 teeth. So she only does it like 5 times, and you gotta reproc it all again. It's a little tiresome. Trigger just comes out, shoots a bunch of nonsense, and then you basically have the bar that will only slowly deplete over like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So it's great. You technically never have to swap over to her. Oh, even though you probably will, because she's great. So she's like a sub DPS stun support. She's basically a jack of all trades and requires no time on field. She's great. And that's just mechanically. Character-wise, she's really, I don't know, empathetic, kind of like wholesome, kind of protective. She's like the, I don't know, kind of the quiet type, but it's because she's always kind of listening, watching, very perceptive, but I don't know, great character so far.
Although, unfortunately, the breakout star of all of her videos was the little girl who punches the bad guy in the face.
This is true. But I did do her story quest today before I came up here to Flag, and I cried like twice in that. It was really good. A lot of like survivor's guilt and like dealing with PTSD and like the horrors of war. Like, I had one conversation, someone was just like, yeah, the stress of it just made me just vomit and cry all night. And I'm like, okay, this is not dialogue that you would hear in Genshin. So it was really nice, actually. It actually felt like some kind of mature writing was slipping into this gacha game. So it's good stuff.
I mean, talking about dialogue you wouldn't hear in Genshin.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of that.
How about any of it?
But,
we're not doing that tonight, Doug.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I've been saving up for Trigger. I skipped the whole Evelyn Astra, which is kind of been biting me in the butt because Astra's just goated in every way as a support character.
Yeah, and you have Miyabi.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to go heavy on Trigger. That's what's going to happen tonight. I've got 280. We're going to get Trigger. We're going to get her Wenjin. I will even attempt to push for M1 Trigger if I can, if I'm that lucky. I even put like $40 into it because I had said at one point that I would support them putting more characters like Trigger that are not just giant busty babes in this game. So I did it. Hopefully I don't even have to touch it, but that's why I've got like 7,000 monochromes floating around up there. If I don't have to touch it, I don't have to touch it. That's great. It's more symbolic than it is for polls, but we'll see. Because I also have the these things. I don't know what these are called. These have a name. Residual signal.
That's
whatever.
96.
Yeah, 96 currently. Yeah, so that's a full pull plus the 280 that I have. So we're getting her one way or another. We're getting her engine one way or another. We're going to see how lucky I am along the way, basically. If I lose the 50-50s, we are hoping for a Soldier 11 or a Rena so that I can use my selectable agent on the other one. That's the gist. You've been caught up. That's where we're at. 89 to go, you know?
One pity. The algorithm demands polls.
There it is. Going.
Probably supposed to be pulling even earlier, but it's okay.
Okay. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't touch the Lucky Boo on the desk. So it's already not off to a good start, okay? Okay, look at that. 20. That's a free pull. I believe I'm M6 on Lucy and Billy. Touch the lucky boo. Have a great day. Thank you. I will.
Imagine.
Not the greatest day yet.
Well, we
okay?
don't know yet. You know, I mean, it'd be a little silly if it came this early. It would be the luckiest boo.
That's true. Okay.
If the first hit results in something good, then it still works.
I think Rainforest Gourmet is currently on my Miyabi, so that's actually kind of good. We take that. Because I think I need more of them. I don't think it's max. Okay, 2 A's. Is that, yep. We're just accumulating pulls here. That's good.
Yeah,
We take those.
they're gonna add up.
Whoop. Ooh, a Piper. I do like me use the Pipers.
Old.
Exactly. She has been clutched on some of my Miyabi teams when I just have no other anomaly to put on that team.
By the way, it is funny to see people talk about Trigger as effectively like replacing Nicole on certain teams, and then it turns out that maybe the best pairing is both of them together.
Yes.
Mhm.
No, I was doing that today in some of the trials. I was just like, Anby, Trigger, Nicole, and I was like, this is goated. Because if you have the weapon on her, their defense shred stacks.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Beautiful. Love that. I don't know what I'm at right now. I'm just
That
rolling.
was 6. Was 60?
It's a 60? Okay.
Yeah, so nothing unreasonable yet.
Okay.
What's nice is you'll see right after this. You got 29 left, so
Ooh.
you're 61 deep.
Beautiful.
So now we're starting to hope for outcomes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm here to beat you up in person.
If I don't.
In case you start single pulling.
Whoa.
If you even think about pushing the button, he's going
Whoa.
to jump over there.
Who could? Well, since ideally I'm looking for like an M1, there's not really a reason to.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We wanted results. We have them, but what are they? Just the one.
Okay.
That's okay. That's rare.
An honored guest just
Okay,
arrived.
Miss Monkey
Allow
Field.
me, Lady Lucy, to entertain you.
Okay. Sounds like Caladon is showing up in force today.
Is there any 4 stars that you
From
want?
now on,
Beautiful.
Well,
allies who have each other's backs.
Any 4 stars I'd be like I don't have?
Mhm.
I think I need more Antons, technically. But here we're here. We have a Trigger. Look at her. She's beautiful. Look at that midriff. Is it realistic?
and the background TV is still broken, I see. Wait
Is
for the
it?
background TV. You'll see. TRRIGER.
Okay.
And they've patched out one of the issues with her already, but not that apparently.
Okay, here we go.
It has
Okay,
been
skip, skip, skip.
3 days. And we are still spelling Trigger very wrong.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I just expect polychromes as compensation, that's all.
Yo,
Mhm.
that'd be beautiful. Okay, well that has happened. Now we're doing this. This is the next step here. See what we get.
Well,
Okay.
so how do we feel about the Lucky Boo now?
Feeling like Lucky Boo one way or another. That's
Yeah, because even if this isn't it, even if this is the 25, it does not matter.
it does not matter. Yeah.
But imagine.
Imagine. It'd be big.
I'm thinking W2.
Look, I think the hardest stopping point on this would be like M3, so I could just have her background. Yeah, as like we're not going crazy, you know what I mean? Like let's not be redonk. Okay,
Well,
beautiful. Okay.
What happens if you get 2 of those weapons?
They're better.
yeah,
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
stacks.
They stack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
what
that
I'm-
good.
That's what
But
that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is I got more
say
attention.
these outweigh the benefit of multiple Wenjins by a pretty sizable margin.
Correct.
But
yeah.
but just think. Just imagine.
I am
Imagine.
imagining more triggers is what I'm imagining. Okay. And at this point, we're just printing money, okay? Every Lucy is money right now. I do think this is the luckiest full session I've had.
Well, you know what you have to do next time.
It's true. You know, you're right. Feel better. Thank you.
I mean, technically it is Saturday morning, yes, but but not really.
Ooh, fossil cores, which I believe will make my Chingy better. And there are weird teams where you run Chingy and Trigger as well, so that's also kind of fun. I think the biggest issue right now is I've seen some people do some of the math, and I farmed the Shockstar Disco for her, and it's looking like the new set might be the better one overall. Especially because I tend to struggle the most in Deadly Assault, which is where it's better than the Shockstar.
It feels like it's weird because it's all over the place. Like, do you want Woodpecker in there? Like, there's some alternates because of how much crit rate, which converts to stun. So it seems like there's still some theory crafting to do there.
I am currently at like 90 something crit rate. I can gear her up when I'm done here, but I'm over 90 with the Shockstar Disco and the Woodpecker. But it's looking like I may need to attempt to farm more of. I don't remember what the other one's called. I feel bad actually, but an Ambi. Oh,
Yeah, we're getting around that range.
we are.
This is going to be 73 at its peak.
Okay. A lot of bees.
Now you have A as the first one, so it's going to be exciting.
Ooh, yeah, and one search. You're saying I should single pull right now?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just get to see what the 4-star is immediately.
It could have been the most exciting. Okay.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 78, I think.
Okay.
Does one gun beget another gun?
Ooh, true. Ooh, this
Well,
is good though.
This is sort of what you were hoping for.
This is an acceptable 50-50 loss. Okay.
Also, it was 3 and not 5.
It
I guess
was,
the TVs
yes.
don't go in the order I think they do.
Or maybe they count up and down or something weird?
Yeah, I guess it's vertical. So technically that was then 76, I think.
Okay. Well, we're still going, and I haven't even touched any of the extras that I've got floating about. So we're gonna poke about, see what we
Hey,
get.
the thumbnail promised a certain amount of pulls. I don't know how many they are at the moment, but a lot.
Ooh, see the Antons, I think he's like M4 or something like that. For some reason I've been dodging him. I don't know how.
Well, if you're not pulling on his banner, that's one way.
Yeah. Somehow he hasn't been in any of the ones that I've been pulling.
He's like your Bennett, because my Bennett never comes up.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I
Nah.
never get Bennett's.
I think I have gotten quite a few Bennetts in my life, unfortunately.
Who's Bennett?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Early.
An early one.
Keep on going. Keep it going.
I
Come
mean,
on.
is this 2 then if we're falling vertical?
Let's find out. No. Maybe like 5?
Or 4?
Yeah,
Top
4,
and the,
4
I don't know.
5? Yeah. Okay,
4, and it's a trigger.
Who have each other's backs.
Okay.
All right, so we have to ask the question here.
Yeah.
First of all, trigger. Every time it gets worse for me. I'm just like, what are we doing, guys? Guys. M3 is
M3 is
as
what?
in with all Hoyo games, 3 and 5 are not very exciting. It's just a skill up, which is not bad, but it doesn't really ever do anything.
But M2 is decent, I want to say. We can find out.
Pick me.
We'll double check. M3 is basically,
I've got
hello,
your
I
back.
want to have a cool wallpaper.
Yeah, I was just trying to decide how far you were going with this.
M2 is basically a crit damage buff stack that keeps popping up
For everyone.
for everyone. Yeah. So
24%.
yeah. Whereas 3 is just the garbage.
Just
like,
the
plus
garbage.
2. Yeah. But
I mean, I guess that's the question. Are we just looking for M2, and then if you have stuff left over, cool, you'll save it for something else?
I am the eye of
um,
Pull up on the weapon.
First of
Double
all,
up
touch
on
the
the
Lucky
weapon.
Boo.
oh, I got to touch Lucky Boo. You're right. I mean, we're definitely not doubling up on the weapon. That's the
Oh.
craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I think. Yeah, I guess we see. I guess we just. I think M2 and stopping, it would give me. Well, the thing is, like, what am I at now on this shop over here? 121.
Yeah, you've gotten 25 more.
Like, I'm gonna end up with more even pulling now.
Right.
I don't know. I might just push for M3 just to be crazy. I guess we'll see if I win these 50-50s. But like, I have so many of those. And like, how many of these do I need? You know what I mean? Like, I could pull Brimstone so that I have Soldier 11's weapon just to have Obel Squad weapons. Like,
Because you're going to be selecting her, which you could do now,
I could do that now. You know what? I'll do that.
just to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Because you've been waiting to get one of the two, and you finally did.
How do I do that? Is the greatest question.
That's an excellent
Oh
question.
no, I found it. Okay, here we
There you go.
Well, recruit, please. Yeah. Now it won't
The
yell at
blade
me.
is drawn, awaiting mission commencement.
Beautiful. Look at that Opal Squad. We'll let her spin here. There we go. Her name spelled correctly.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that remarkable?
And they, they spent the extra money on her. Oh, and now it's going to stop yelling at me. That's
Exactly.
beautiful.
I thought you would like having one less marker.
I would. Although since I'm on your PS5, it's yelling at me for everything right now.
That's true.
Okay, so now we touch the Lucky Bill. There we go. Thank you. And then, yeah, we're just going to... Because, yeah, I think I'd pull the Brimstone, so I'd save 600. But otherwise, I'll just dump stuff into Wishes. I've sort of been waiting for, like, this event here with Trigger to see what I needed to invest out of that pile. And it's looking like, all right, I don't have to, or I can. Like, I can be a little crazy.
Is this your 0 to hero video?
My 0 to hero? Yeah, I'm gonna have M6
Yeah, there we go.
right here. I'm gonna pull 2 S's.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Hoyo knows.
Well, it was the next one. It's the next one. That's what I meant. I said now. I meant like now. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When will then be now?
You're asking the right questions. You're asking the right questions.
I mean, there's no fireworks here, but there's been enough so far that it's like, okay.
Okay. That helps. Sokaku is someone I need to invest in more for Miyabi potentially, but. We got jams. Okay.
Double Billy. 4 guns.
Who we get? And bigger. I do like that they have so few 4 stars because they just,
Yeah, it's interesting because people always want more 4 stars in. Star Rail, oh, haven't had any in a while. But you're right. For that reason, sometimes it's nice not to.
Ah,
Okay, 2 A's as well.
yeah. So is this 4 then, or is this? What is this then?
Or what? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Because I thought I just went from top to bottom, so this would be 7. But I
esteemed Foxy. Good day. You may call me
This A was on the right side, I thought, of the pile.
I'll have to check the tape afterwards because I
Okay.
clearly don't understand how the TVs work.
No, maybe it's just random. Maybe they don't care. Okay, next up, Billy. Good for you, Billy.
So if 7 was right, then nope. So I don't know.
Unclear. Oh man, is that M2 Lycon? Okay. Well, I do think that would mean I should probably stop here. I don't know. I mean, I could guarantee the next character I want,
Mm-hmm.
which if I save next patch, so if I don't pull Vivian or Hugo, like at some point the rest of Obel Squad is going to show up. Like guaranteed. Because there's the captain that they've mentioned, and I think Soldier 11 mentions Seed, who's a robot, or a whatever Billy is, a living construct, or whatever the heck they're called.
You only have 10 pulls left, but obviously
yeah,
you
I was
also...
just gonna, so you have 10.
You're right. What am I thinking?
Now, you can keep
Obviously.
the rest of your weird currency, but if you happen to hit... Plus, I can put 10 more in the thumbnail now.
Boom. There it is. Look at
So
that.
now you're 10 closer, whatever's next, whether that's trigger or not.
I mean, yeah. What am I sitting on then? Like,
100, yeah.
obscene amount. How much does this deduce?
Well, it reduces 600, which is... Like, you gotta like, divide stuff, you know?
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
So it's like 30 pulls, basically.
It's like 30. Okay, I'll tell you what. So I know I want a brimstone because I want to just get all the little wengens for the Soldier 11. So she can look fun. Okay, we have one of those now. Oh, you only get the one. Ooh. Oh, it refreshes. Whatever. Okay.
Right.
And then how many do I need for the next trigger guaranteed?
Because you still have 105 more pulls from that.
I mean, yeah. And I need 78, which is not true. I need like what, 58 or something?
But it's a question of if you want trigger or not again.
That is the question.
Guaranteed. So it's
It
just,
is-
do you want trigger or do you want the next character?
Oof. We're asking good questions here.
Thank you.
That's tough. It's the smart play is to wait. That's the smart play.
We're
mean-
not here for the smart play. We're here for the fun play.
I mean, as much fun as it is to cram it all into one video, you also could, mess around with it for 2 weeks and then decide, you know what, I'm just going to go pick up M2.
That's true. There's no rush currently.
I know that's disappointing for me putting 600 pulls in the video, but
Awaiting further
No, not you.
instruction.
Not
Ready
you.
to open. I've
Yes,
got
you.
your back.
Okay, here we go. We can see this. Oh, just enough midriff. The important part.
she's a little less jaundiced.
Did I plan this correctly? Did I read the thing? I might be poor.
Imagine being poor. I mean, this alone's not going to get that pricey. It was a little more towards the end, but not too bad.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, look, there's 3 more pulls.
I kind of at this point, I just sort of pull when it's like, when I get to 10s. Her core skill is one of the things you should be upgrading first, by the way.
Usually is.
But it's the thing that adds the extra damage.
Yeah, for her, it's maybe more important than most, but most people have a pretty strong benefit from
And this
it.
is why the M1 is strong, because effectively she increases the stun damage multiplier by 35%, but it also applies when they're not stunned. But because of the M1, it's actually plus 20%, so 55%, which effectively means that you're getting the stun damage multiplier almost when they're not stunned all the time. So that's incredibly based and red build when you want to kill enemies.
Stop.
Okay, that's one. The dodge is useless. I think next is ult. Oh god.
It'll tell you if you hit L3.
Oh, you're doing. Oh,
Everything but dodge.
well,
You have enough.
I do. I should. I think I over farmed on this,
It's looking like you might have.
except for maybe the money.
Yeah, the money you may not have enough.
I think I can't get the dodge up all the way. I think I looked at the money and they were like, you need like 4 million, and I was like, I don't know that I can do that. This is the engaging gameplay.
That's right. I mean, we've been pulls for like 20 minutes. They can deal. If they made it to this point in the video, they're sticking around.
Okay, what
They're like, well, then I'll turn it off. I'm like, oh. My bad. I shouldn't have assumed.
Actually, before I do this, I should clip Duanjan. Clip, please. Enhance.
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance.
And as we mentioned, crit rate is just stun. So
Yes. For the trigger. Well, for trigger when she's in the correct team specifically. So there are unfortunately some like you couldn't just put her in a Miyabi team unless Yanagi is like also there because you need an electric character in there. Which is actually one of the reasons it kind of sucks that I don't have certain characters. I don't have the Yanagi and I don't have the Astra, and those are some of the best pairings for certain reasons to toss in.
And I don't have nearly as many characters as you do, but I got that team, and that
Yep.
team is clearly the best team in the game.
Yes, it is. So Anton is holding all of it. Equipped, sir. Yeah.
Anton, just push him away.
Yeah, no, he's holding on to them because he's not getting used, so he can. Right now, he's my Chi-Chi, who always holds all my items for the character I'm farming in Genshin because she's never getting used otherwise. And he's got his hair makes him noticeable on the screen.
Triple crit rate.
Yeah, I had some good rolls.
Oh.
This is, where is he? Oh. I think of that. That's a triple crit rate too. So if I did my math correctly, that's not right. There we go. Yep, 92.2. So we're there. We're in the range. We're kind of goated.
With the sauce?
Ooh, she's got plenty of sauce.
Okay.
Alright. Can I do it?
Do you want to? Or do you want to stop at 11?
I think we stop at 11.
I mean-
it's not against dodge. I don't know.
You know, this isn't like you're not triple crowning things or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to be reckless, but that's just silly. Like, you don't need a level 12 dodge.
Here you can look pretty now. I don't have any of this ready to get done, but you can look pretty now.
Well, you didn't know which one you were going to end up with. I mean, I guess
Exactly.
ultimately you were going to end up with both, but you didn't know when.
Yes, that was true. He's still not M6. Anton, no. What are you doing?
If he was M6, you'd use him, but instead he gets to just hold people's items.
Exactly. I almost have the Lycon. He was the first one I ever pulled. It's
Hey,
interesting
stay
that-
tuned. I'm still pulling for trigger. Don't click off the video.
Whoa,
I know
whoa,
about
whoa,
2 minutes
whoa,
ago I was
whoa,
like, ha ha
whoa.
ha.
I was
Don't
just
you
looking
dare.
for Rena. I have no reason to click Rena, though. We're not here for that. Where's Trigger? Look at Trigger. I haven't favored her yet, so she's somewhere.
She's buried.
She's buried. There she is. Look at her. Beautiful.
I've got your back.
Favorite. Boom. I do want to add this character to my favorites. And I want to be this character. But I can't be the character in here.
Yes. The video store is not allowed.
The video store is not allowed, and we blame Ben, frankly. It is his fault.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to touch the lucky boy.
Boom. There you go. That's what we're here for. Right there.
Hey, we can zoom in still. We can be weird.
Exactly.
Except for those couple days where we couldn't.
Exactly. Oh, it's Anton. Run. I stole all of his stuff. He's caught on.
Get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Well, now we got to see how I do,
Yes. We're hoping
which
well.
means muting this and switching to nope. Switching to oh no. I've ruined everything. Where did
Uh-oh.
mine go? Oh, it's on top, right? That's why?
Boom.
No. No, that's not it. It was working before. Well, I'm going to give us audio, which you guys can't hear, but they can.
Okay.
And then there we
Ooh,
go. That's
beautiful.
the ticket. Here I am.
Uh-huh. There's you.
I need to switch windows so I can use my controller. There we go. Here's me. Hi. I have the Miyabi team that was mentioned. So,
Uh-huh.
when we look at my setup,
This is the
well,
path I
like
follow.
this
What's
and
more
this
you have might
and
stand
this is
still
happening,
because
so
you're
I can
hiding.
solve pretty much any one team problem with ease.
Yep.
Like the easiest. It's kind of embarrassing. And then team 2 is like, okay, like Jane's pretty good, and I have this combination, but they both kind of suck, especially in the really hard content.
Yeah.
Then team 3 has been
Number
shored
0
up
and
by Sambi, and I have Nicole, and that they're just she's definitely better than anything I was trying to scrounge up with the Cunning Hairs, but obviously, this pairing of her and Trigger is going to make a big difference here.
No, I absolutely agree.
So it's a pretty easy call for me. Now, I don't have quite the same resources that Jason did, But I do have 220-ish pulls, and if I have to, I can dip into this. Again, not as many as he did, but I got like a few more.
Yeah. No. You're...
I also could be pulling this for my Soldier 11. Now, I'm not quite there yet, although, again, I also could convert those into standard pulls, but that sounds crazy. I don't really want to be doing that when I am going to get there soon.
Yeah, you are.
I'm already 15 there, so I only need 18 more after that. And in fact, we're going to start here.
Beautiful. Yeah, my Soldier 11, I think I'm going to build because there's fire content, and I don't have Evelyn, and my Bernice is kind of locked to my Jane or my Miyabi. So, like, I actually need a fire character in some, like, setups.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Which
So,
is
like,
why I'm going to use Soldier 11. Whoop.
oh, oh man,
Share it.
Gotta share it.
That Rainforest Gourmet remembered forever.
Single pulls, imagine.
Ooh.
Or do I have to
You
wait,
dare.
Doug?
Oh man, he was getting up. He was getting up, folks.
Well, you can't come kick my. I can't 10 pull. It's not a choice. So am I single pulling just to exhaust all of them, or I have to wait?
You're gonna have to wait.
I think you gotta wait. That's what I've been doing. Well, I say that, but then when I was really close to the 300, I was like, I'm just gonna pull and see if I can get it.
One pity, but we're gonna see how it goes.
Hey, that's where I was. Wait, did you touch Lucky Boo?
Nope. Jason,
He's playing
have I
fine.
ever touched Lucky Boo in this?
I never had until tonight, and my luck is
Lucky
never
Boo-
this good.
Lucky Boo is crying right now.
Okay. Nothing's really. I don't know if I have any 4-star maxed. Maybe Nicole.
Well, I mean, if you get as many Lucy's as I did, you'll be there tonight.
It's possible. Anything's possible if you dream.
Ooh, I'm dreaming right now.
In my head, I keep thinking, I'm thinking Arby's, and then I keep thinking, I'm thinking Anby.
Thinking Anby's. There's two of them now. You can put them in the same team.
Hickory smoked horse butthole.
That's a rabbit butthole, okay?
I don't spend a lot of time looking, so I don't know the difference.
That's fair.
Take that. Well, apparently
Hey.
she's the only 4-star in the game.
Yep. But you've got her maxed out now.
None of this really matters yet until we obviously hit the 50-50, and we'll see what we do from there. Okay.
Ooh.
See, Jason, I don't know if you've been watching every single time I pulled in this game.
No.
I don't touch the Lucky Boo because it's never happened in the past.
Imagine those Soldier 11 though. That'd be big
So,
too.
is this 4? Like, we don't...
So that would be the
I'm sort of
question then,
confused now because I thought this was just for like top-ish,
Yeah.
to, like left to right, like reading a book, and now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So we'll check. We'll see if it's 4 or if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, or if it's like 6.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
Is it 4? Is it... I don't know. If it's neither of those, then I'm confused. More importantly, is it trigger?
That is the question. Okay, so it could be next. It is not. Watch it be 5, and it just destroys everything. It is.
So, Jason, I don't know if you've been watching my pulls in this game, but don't you dare tell me how to be lucky. How dare you?
Oh man. TRI double gut or
TRR. The stupid fucking whatever bird it was from Charlotte's Web. TRR.
Oh, it's Corin. So Chris, did you ever do those little challenges for the?
I did, yeah.
The one where they got Corin all goaded out with all of her abilities. and
It's
she
kind of
just-
funny.
She rides the chainsaw around. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to do a Hollow Zero with Corin because that was great.
All in the same blueprint. Want
Yep.
the wench in here. We'll not be pulling any further regardless of what happens, but
That's fair.
obviously we love that outcome because now this is guaranteed no matter what.
Yep.
In we go.
And her Wenjin is just. Ooh,
Jason,
look at
I don't-
that.
I-
Are you
Jason.
Sure are you sure you're not?
Look,
Jason.
I
pulling
just
no
want
matter
to
what?
point out, I touched Lucky Boo many times, and
This
it
is
was giving
2.
it to you.
Jason,
okay?
I need
This
to
has
take
gotta
a
be
moment to just, how dare you?
I want you to know I gave you some of that luck, okay?
Bullshit. All right, is this 2? Is that 7? Who the fuck knows?
Ooh, we'll test it. It's 2.
It's 2.
Okay.
Question mark.
So, did you speak too soon?
About what?
How many polls? Chris is
No,
probably better off saving.
I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
too many other cool characters. This game puts out too many good characters, and I don't have enough resources. So
Yeah.
This is plenty.
Ultimately, I wanted to see how lucky I got to put more into Trigger because she was one of the reasons I was like really hoping for, like, and sticking with the game. But like, Chris is right. There are so many good characters. Like even Vivian, who, like, I wasn't sure I would be like vibing with. I wasn't sure what they were gonna do with her. But like, she was not what I expected when she shows up in the game. She's got this whole like prophecy thing and kind of this weird kind of tragic thing going on. It was very cool, and her kit looks goated. In the next, like, she might be a new Miyabi's best in a weird way. So
I have weird temptation.
okay,
Like, is this
it's not. Don't do this. This is bad. This is this is
Fine.
never worth it. I also had that temptation just to do it quicker.
Okay, I don't have enough. I'm gonna go single pull these.
Do it. Do it. And then you level. No, you know. Well, you didn't pull 2 characters tonight. I was gonna say.
No, I could get 3 more,
Yeah.
but
Hold on, I'm gonna go flip a breaker.
In theory, I have 6 more. I need to level up my Soldier 11 and then my Rena, and I've got 3 and 3 out for each of them.
we want to give the viewers as much as possible, as if they haven't already gotten enough in this video.
Correct. Imagine.
Well, we know this is a 4, right? Yeah, or an A rather, not a 4-star. That's not in this game. And it's
Ben. Ooh. Another pull.
now I could just stop here. That gives me 2 clean 10 pulls to hit 300, and all the things kind of line up. So I might do that
Yeah.
to stay as close to Doug's mission as possible. But
Or you could pull for Juyen, who is good.
I mean, look, it's tempting. I was really tempted the first time. She's pretty fun.
I still clear content with her. Like, and I'll be honest, her build is still a little subpar. I have not taken the time to fully farm her out, but her, Nicole, and my Ching Yi, although you'd be able to swap Trigger in there, really good. Not gonna lie. You'd have to kind of keep her on field a little bit more with Trigger than you do with Ching Yi. But like learning to like weave in and out and build up her stacks is actually a little bit easier if she spends a bit more time on field. So, but yeah, there's a lot of content that is Ether and Ice Week, and like I know you've got your Miyabi, but like it'd be nice to have another Ether as well.
Well, here's the thing about Miyabi. She doesn't care what the weaknesses are.
Well, that's true. I have legitimately beaten content that was
It's like it could be resisted. Unless they find some way to nullify, there's just no reason why. You can just deploy her wherever she's most needed, and it doesn't even really matter what like the situation is.
yeah.
I haven't prepared a ton of this. I've done a little bit of prep work, but I'm nowhere near able to do a whole lot with this. So that'll be something I get to work on. But I kind of like that anyways. It keeps me busy.
Yeah, now I'm basically gonna just be farming to see if I can eke out slightly better stats, especially because I gotta go for the different set now. I think.
I don't even have enough of this because I just was leveling up. Sambi for one
Sambi,
thing.
yeah.
So like I don't have a ton of this left. I'll tell you what I do have though. If you look, plenty of money. 23 million.
Have you just been farming money for your like dailies?
Sometimes if I'm not really sure what I'm working on, or I just don't really want to feel like figuring it out, just want to be quick. Yeah, sometimes I just log in and get money.
I've been farming like electric
Aw.
every single day. I went heavy on the electric skill things.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
imagine.
set for days.
Single pulls? Now I need to buy 17. Is that crazy? All right, I'll just wait. It won't be that long at this point. It's just kind of annoying because Soldier 11 was high up on the list. It was really the only of the base ones I wanted from the start, and I've gotten pretty much everything else. I just don't have a Kaleda. But that's okay.
You know what?
Real quick, this hasn't been long enough and I'm not eager for sleep, but we actually should probably show Trigger off.
We should.
So, let's see. Where is that? That's going to be down somewhere, and then...
The final callback.
Yeah, there we go. Wait. Oh,
Nope.
no. Where's the thing where I can re-see like her intro screen? Is that here or is that the other one?
No, it is here. Do you press
Play.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So you basically, so she has regular attacks, boom, boom, boom. She even has this fun, maybe Chris can do it, where she kind of like flies rockets forward. It looks super cool. But you basically hold down her basic attack, and she goes into a stance, sort of like Billy does, where she just starts shooting sniper shots. You can hold the stick in different directions to dodge with it. It also has one auto dodge every 8 seconds, which is what you see her doing in this thing here, where it leaps at her and she sort of falls on her stomach. That's the auto dodge right there. When you let go of it, she does the thing where she leans back and fires. That then kicks in an assist to the person in front of her, kind of like what Seth does. The important thing, though, is you want to get 4 shots off to fill her purge meter. That purge meter is what she will be slowly depleting whenever she pops up on the field. And then you do... Oh, and I love that one. That one's my favorite.
Yeah, you're not going to see a ton of that most of the time with her because you're not really having her for basic attacking, but she can, and
Yeah,
it's nifty when she does.
And it looks cool.
But then,
Ether vision activate.
so meter's full.
It'll pop up, and normally it would kick, but it doesn't because it's the train. So then when other people do different kinds of attacks, it will either trigger... There's basically 2 different kinds of attacks. One of them does more than the other, and one of them uses like 3 points. She has 100 points, I guess, unless you're me. Now I have 125. But the point is, you'll use like 3 or 5 of your meter every time she pops on the field. You'll see it happen. She just scoots her little butt out and goes, and then like dips away.
Which is part of why people like the idea of the Trigger and Astra Yao team, because you can have all 3 members out at once.
Yep. Pulcro does similar stuff. I had a wipeout screen with Ambi where all 3 of them are out. I was like, that's fine.
Okay, new character's here.
Yeah, it's too far away.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
there she is.
Yeah, so she'll just pop out. And if you do an EX, it's technically a stronger one. Yeah, where it does fire and she does like balls ton of damage like that. Now, when you use her EX special, the one where you hold, like you've got enough energy to do that, or her ultimate, the bar goes from blue to gold. And basically, when that happens, then she does her extra attacks without a cooldown. Normally, there's a small internal cooldown, so she can't be. So not every attack procs the assist, or what they call I don't know what they call it. They call it something. Anyway, when the bar is gold, there's no cooldown on it, so every attack will proc something. But that has like a time frame on it. You can stack the time frames, but only up to, I think it's 8 seconds for the EX special and 12 seconds for the ult. So 20 seconds in total. You cannot do like EX ult. It'll only cap out at 20 seconds. It doesn't go any higher than that. But what this does is this sort of artificially enhances her purge meter because she doesn't have to use it up while it's there. Yeah, while it's gold.
Which tells us here. Then we go, whoa!
Yeah.
And then we just go crazy. And there's lightning everywhere.
Yep.
And we can EX in the middle of it. And of course they had to fade out because we could satisfy the thing. But we'll see it now in action as we kind of go crazy here.
Engaging head on. Recalibrating.
So we just get to shoot people a bunch. Then we can go wow, and then cool, and then switch, and then zap.
And unlike some units, and I'm really glad they did this because some teams actually, honestly, some bosses need this too. I'm finding there's a giant robot that shoots missiles and
Adjusting for wind.
in deadly assault, and you have to defensive assist in order
Sniper's
to
creed.
get points on him.
One shot, one kill.
Despite being a ranged character, she has a defensive assist because she holds up her rifle to block, unlike Zhu Yan or Pulcra, who have dodge assists. Billy, I believe, also has a dodge assist. So, she might be the only ranged character that has a defensive assist instead of a dodge assist, but don't hold me to that. I actually don't know what Grace has. A dodge assist. No, Grace has a dodge assist too. So.
Oh, got punched.
To cover.
Let's just shoot him a bunch. What do you think?
Yeah, and do some rolls.
Adjusting for wind.
Oh, I've got to hold the button. It's fine. It's a bad playthrough. It's fine. Here, have a black hole.
Have a black hole.
Have a cur black hole. And again, he's just having a miserable time now. He's stunned. He's going to take a ton of chain attack damage. He's dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
A little blade spin.
But yeah.
That's Trigger.
Now, we showed more of Trigger in that than you would normally see in most teams. Just because it's her thing, you know.
Yeah.
But you like off-field stuff? Well, Astra Yao and her are going to combine to make a lot of options for my teams with people not needing to be out in the field, which I like.
And
I like dominant leads that don't require a ton of switching like some teams do. I prefer that method, and with Jane and Miyabi and now Sanbi, I've got 3 leads that can handle that.
Yeah, in a weird way, I kind of like that too. I actually kind of like that my Qing Yi is kind of the star of my Zhu Yun team. It's a little weird, but I kind of like it. Otherwise, I like Jane. I also like Miyabi. I like Sanbi. So I'm hoping that the next member of Obel Squad, whether it's the Captain Magus or whatever, I think they've named them once, the Captain or Seed, I'm hoping they will also be like the off-field attack. It has a name and I can't remember it and I feel bad. But I'm hoping that that's what they'll be able to do, and that because right now every best teammate is Astro Yao, unfortunately, and there's only one Astro Yao. So I'm hoping that there will be either a defensive off-field or maybe a support that uses the attacks, and that'll be the other member of Obel Squad, so you can kind of round out Trigger and Sanbi with another Obel Squad member. But we'll see. It may not be the case. Hugo in the next patch, the leaks are basically that he's going to sort of be able to use your stun meter. So when you stun the enemy, he can basically, like, how much time is remaining on the stun, he uses it all up instantly for a shit ton of damage. So having dual stunners on him will be good. It's looking like, because he's going to be ice, you're going to want lighter on your team, which I also don't have, unfortunately. But if you wanted to do like a lighter Lycon or say a lighter Trigger and then Hugo, that would also potentially work really well too, because lighter's good at popping in really quick, and obviously Trigger is off field, so you basically just run Hugo plopping about and killing stuff. But I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what they do. They've introduced this new mechanic, and currently there's only 3 characters that have it, between Anbi, Pulchra, and Trigger. So we'll see. One presumes that it will get more use, but we're not quite there yet. So we'll see.
And we also have, for people who've been following the Wayland series regularly, some rants about each of the 3 Hoyo games. Now, ZZZ is in the least trouble of the 3, but still, there's some issues that people have been talking about quite a bit with all 3 of them. Doug alluded to the one with Genshin earlier, which is basically like 80% of the cast is now unvoiced.
Yep.
And of course, you've seen plenty of drama, particularly with Kuching and Paimon's voice actors talking about the strike, or more importantly, basically ripping into anybody who dares criticize anybody who's currently striking. We will save our rants for all that in a later date, because this video is already long enough. And also Hoyoverse, just in general, is making some questionable choices. Star Rail's got plenty of issues at the moment, so we have a little bit of a mini podcast or something queued up for that, but it's already like 1 in the morning as we finish recording this, and I'm not talking about it right now. But we will. We will.
But we had plenty of Trigger this video, and that's what we were here for.
Boy, was it. I mean, we couldn't have almost done any better. We really couldn't have. We hit everything except you had one 50-50 loss.
But it was the 50-50 loss I wanted.
Well, no, you had 2, I guess, because you hit
True.
you hit Lycon. But other than that, I mean, again, like one of those was pretty early. Hit the Wenjin pretty early. Like,
yep. And
I hit the Wenjin early.
Lost 50-50s are bound to happen, and you can use them if you save correctly to get characters that you want. In that regard, they're helpful. So, like, you gotta have to learn to take it when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't complain. I got my M1 Trigger. I got Rena and Soldier 11, and I got the Wenjin. That's exactly what I was hoping to get out of this. Everything else was just a bonus.
Yep.
So,
and obviously, I can't complain. I hit a thing on 2.
yeah.
Or was it whatever number it was? It was the first pull.
Yeah.
I guess it was 2. Yeah, we don't know what the hell. I got to go back and see. I think she was 5, which was not what either of the numbers we guessed. But I have to go look. I'm confused. It's too late for me to think right now. So that's it for now. At the end of this long whaling video with so many polls, this is one of those spots where I get to plug. So like, subscribe, hit the bell, I guess. Look, when a whaling video pops up on here, we're going to take you on a ride as much as we can. Jason and I have been pulling a lot of stuff lately, and we've been doing pretty well. So fingers crossed that continues. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.